During the shooting of Eden, Dean had attracted to himself an unusual assortment of friends, including Mila Nurmi, at that time a minor Hollywood celebrity playing the part of Vampira on a local television show.
Well, Jack and I were sitting in Googie's late in the afternoon, and Jimmy rode off on his red motorcycle, looking very surly and frenetic, wearing his leather jacket, and he said, I just came from a wedding. Well, we knew which wedding. He was trying to be offhand, a wedding. He had been to the wedding, uninvited, church in Beverly Hills, and when Pierre Angeli and Victor Moan came out of the church, she in the white and people threw the rice, he said, I revved my motorcycle. I was across the street, and I tore out of there, and everybody stopped looking at them and looked at me, and he thought he'd been very clever. He was heartbroken. He was deeply, deeply in love, or in a state of love, with her. Yeah, I saw the wreck of the car. They were charging 50 cents a head to look at it. It was badly mangled. I think it was made of aluminum or something that looked like that, and they were exhibiting it in a bowling alley that was just down the street from where I lived, and they had a lighted marquee that said, James Dean's Porsche, 50 cents, and people were tearing off pieces. There was hardly anything left of the car by the time they took it off exhibit, tearing off little pieces. Somebody said to me, the fellow I was with, he said, do you want a piece? He said, it's easy, just reach over the rope and tear off a piece. I said, no, thank you.
And we'll fracture him. We've got talent at what?
Sarge, there's been a mistake. The orders say we're supposed to be in Pontiac, Michigan, picking up engines.
Knock it off. Look, we're here. We'll show them talent at what?
The orders.
Good heavens, there has been a mistake. We're supposed to be in Pontiac, Michigan. Well, what do you know? Well, you know when a mistake is made, what you do in the Army, you report to your superior officer. Who's your superior officer?
You
are. Report to me.
We made a mistake, Sarge.
Isn't that a shame? Now, here's what we do. We'll they've never seen talent like we got on these shows. We'll make, you know, the money they...
Sarge, we got no talent.
Get out of here. I can't stand negative personalities. Do you hear what he said, Fender? He says we got no talent.
He's right.
Now, you're not to take offense at this, because I got to arrange the show the best we can. You're the opening act.
Me?
Nothing against your talent. We need something zippy at the beginning. You understand? And you're second with your song. Now, who do you think is the third spot, the next to closing spot? Look over my right shoulder. Who's that?
Henshaw.
Well, of course. Tremendously talented.
Henshaw?
Oh, I can't help it if he suffers from an inferiority complex. He's tremendous. Did you ever see him in the day room when he cuts up touches? He puts a lampshade on and he makes like he's a girl. Oh, you could split a gut. Oh, he's funny. He's funny. What? Baby.
Yeah.
Do some imitations. Watch these famous people imitation. Who are you going to do first?
Gary Cooper.
Watch this.
I had a little pinto pony when I was herding back near Laramie. She sure was pretty, but pretty as she was, she couldn't touch you, honey, for out and out peachiness.
Oh, boy.
I got a cousin, 4 years old, does the same thing, Sarge.
Oh, really? Let me see your cousin do this. Throw the blockbuster at him, the big saber.
Right.
Watch this famous imitation.
When our country is beset by doubts and fears, it is up to the people to remember that the pen is mightier than the sword.
You did it again, Henshaw, baby.
Sarge, what? Who was that?
You're kidding me.
No,
You were not ashamed to admit it?
I don't...
You didn't recognize Chester A. Arthur, the 13th President of the United States. You ought to shave yourself in your whitened heart.
You know what I'm going to do the minute the plane lands? No plane can land where you're going. It's too muddy in the rainy season. Muddy? Rainy season? Where am I going? To Korea. You see, there are these military outposts along the communist line. The boys can't get any entertainment. So you'll be doing a lot for their morale. Along the communist line? You mean with bullets, shooting, real guns? I know what this is. It's the major. He's getting even with me. I'm too yellow to die. You know what'll happen if the commies catch me? I'll be a prisoner and they'll wash my brains.
I don't think there's much chance of that. Don't blame the major. It wasn't his idea.
No? Well, pray tell, whose idea was it?
The major didn't change his mind. It was me. I suggested he send you to Korea.
Don't take my part. What are you helping me for?
I was very touched when I heard how you felt about the little boy. I thought you should have a chance to prove yourself. That was before I knew it was his aunt you were stuck on.
Who's stuck on what aunt?
You are. I saw the way you looked at her. You know, you're no vegetarian. Will you tell me one thing? What is it you see in these girls? What is the big difference between American girls and Oriental girls?
What are you so steamed about?
Who's steamed? Come on, your plane is waiting.
Magic in music, isn't there?
There certainly is. Barbie, I'd like you to meet John Stewart.
Hi.
John, you look very familiar. Didn't you used to have a guy standing on each side of you?
Two guys.
Yes, it's possible, because John used to be with the Kingston Trio.
I used to stand in the middle. And once in a while they put me on the edge, though, and sort of kick me over.
John, the Kingston Trio was one of the most popular groups working. Why the split?
I told him I was leaving.
And that did it.
To be honest with you, yeah.
Kind of worked it out, and now you're working as a single.
That's right, yeah. It's a lot different.
Is it? Why?
It's lonelier. When you get the bad reviews, you can't say.
It's the other two guys. Well, now you are alone, and you can relax in the party atmosphere. I wonder if we get you to do a number.
One thing I want to do. We always sang standing up to people we couldn't see. You know what I mean? The audience was always this faceless crowd. So to sit and sing in front of people like this is probably the most frightening thing I can do. And I love danger.
Very good.
She believes the witches fly crazy across the moon. She believes an angel hides in the corner of her room. She believes the ships come home singing from the sea. She believes in losers, oh, she believes in me. She believes a pot of gold marks the rainbow's end. She believes a light will show the lonesome homeward friend. She believes the weary soul one day will be free. She believes in losers, oh, she believes